Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over the things I did in the gym and content wise over this past month of November, and then the things I want to work on as well as my goals for this next coming month, December. I have my laptop here, just so I can go over, I wrote some notes, so I can give to you guys. I'm always prepared. Some of the gym pluses that I had this month is another month that I was consistent in the gym. I did not miss a single day. My rest day is Thursday, but other than that, I was in the gym every single day, putting in that work. A huge accomplishment for me is my bench increased 20 pounds. We went from 245 to 265. We're almost to 275. And when you're at 275, you're basically at 295. You round that up, now you're at 300, but that doesn't look clean on the bar. So go up to 315. So I'm basically at a 315 bench. Nah, but jokes aside, I do think that, that's a crazy increase for the month. I'm very proud of myself for that. Another gym plus, my arms are noticeably bigger, both like appearance wise, and then like when I touch my arm, I can feel a lot more muscle in there. It's a lot beefier than it used to be. So that is great for me. I've been struggling with like my biceps not filling out. And while there's still room to grow, obviously, it's definitely looking better than the beginning of this month. Piggybacking off my arms being much more noticeable, my abs are noticeable, but they're a lot less defined. However, when I like go over my stomach area, like you can feel them. And the reason for that is because I'm bulking right now. So I look bloated all the time. The abs aren't always showing, but they're there. They're there for sure. So I'm glad that hasn't gone away. And then for the gym, things I want to work on next month, my legs need a lot more work. I worked out legs maybe 2 or 3 times this month. That is terrible. That is garbage. Never in my life that I think I would be skipping leg day. Like I'm not one of those like bro dudes, like bro science or this and that. Like I like legs. I like hitting legs. I don't know why I didn't hit them. I just made up some excuse, but I don't want to be that guy. So next month, hey, leg day at least once a week. That's regardless, but maybe I'll add in a leg day on like a Sunday or something, or add legs to my workouts somehow. Another thing is keeping the diet consistent and then optimizing the diet. So for the past like 4 days, I've been consistent in the diet, meeting my macros, but it's not very optimal. I'm eating chicken and rice. I mean, that's the bare bones basics. But there are times when, I want something else, you know? And when that builds up, eventually I might be like, no, I'm not gonna eat chicken and rice. I'm gonna eat some like, I don't know, McDonald's or something. I don't eat McDonald's, but I'm just using that as an example. So definitely adding more things to the diet to optimize it to make sure I stay on it. Because when you have more options, you're more likely to keep doing it. Oh, and this is a big thing when it comes to the gym is forgetting about the weight and just focusing on the reps, the form, and the stretch. Okay, other than my bench, which I will ego lift on the bench press forever. I don't care. I'm not doing that optimal. When it comes to every other exercise, I just need to focus on the form and the reps because at the beginning of this month, my workouts were not very good. And towards the end of this month, when I started focusing on that, I started feeling and seeing a lot more results. So I'm going to be focusing on that this upcoming month, as well as adding a lot more back to my workouts. I have this app where it tracks all the workouts I do, and back is one of the okay, by far, legs is the least I do, but back is like right there. So gotta focus on that more. So adding more back to the routine this month. Next for goals in the gym that I want to do this month, 275 to 295 on the bench. I 275 is a guarantee in my head. Like when I tried it, when I did 265, I tried 275 and I got like halfway there and then it fell down. But 275 is definitely possible. It's a guarantee actually. I guarantee it. You'll see that. 295 is on the higher end because that's 275 and then adding 210. That's on the higher end. I'm not saying it's not possible, but adding another 20 pounds, like that'd be crazy if I could do that. I added 20 pounds this month, adding 20 pounds the next month. That'd be crazy, but we'll see how that works. Actually, I think that would actually be 30 pounds that I added to the bench. So we'll see if that's possible. 315 squat. If you guys saw in the last video, I got 300 pounds. I got it halfway twice and I let it down. So 315 is for sure gonna be happening, especially when I add more legs to the workout. And I'm also gonna start deadlifting. Nothing serious, but I want to reach the 1,000 pound club probably by next year. I think it's doable. And having a deadlift, even if it's just like I don't know 405, that's good enough for me. In terms of weights, I want to be 175 by the end of December. It's definitely possible. At my peak, I was 175. Not the last video, but the video before that, I believe. That's why I started the bulk, and I started at 166. Weighed myself this morning. I was at 169. That's not exactly how it works. You want to take your average for the week, and that's how much you weigh. But I'm around 169 right now. So 175, definitely doable. My body's already reached it, so it's definitely doable. And then last but not least, just staying consistent in the gym. If I can stay consistent in the gym, bro, all these goals are getting smashed. They're getting destroyed. They're getting obliterated. So just staying consistent in the gym. I've only had maybe 2 times in this month where I was like, what if I don't hit the gym? And then I hit the gym. Like the thought comes in and it comes right out. So just staying consistent. That is what I will be doing for this next month. Now I'm going to be talking about content. And the reason I want to talk about content is because it falls in the same category as the gym for me, where it's a hobby that I want to take serious. The gym, it's a hobby. I could easily go 3 days out the week and call it a day, but I really like doing it. So it's a hobby that I take serious, with supplements. Whoa, whoa, nothing crazy. Just like creatine, which I haven't taken in a while, and protein powder. That's the only supplements I take. But I want to take it seriously, so I spend a lot more time doing that than I do other things. And content is the same thing. Like my end goal for content is hopefully it could pay for my gym, right? I make enough money where it covers the gym memberships, the supplements, the gear, hell, even like clothes if that, gym clothes, maybe one day. And so the pluses of the content for this month, I hit 229 views. That is 300, let me get this right, 358% more views than I had the last month, which I think that's crazy. That's a crazy percentage that I jumped. And that comes from me being a little bit more consistent than I was last month and months prior. The best video I did got 97 months, so we're just this close to hitting 100. But that was just raw footage of me in the gym, right? And that's what I want to do. Just be a gym person in the gym. I gained 8 subs this month. So every video that I posted this month, I gained a subscriber, or maybe even 2 on some of them. The last content plus is that I'm more comfortable filming in the gym. It was very intimidating at the start, but I got used to it. I still don't want to film if there's hella people in the gym, but if there's a moderate amount of people in the gym, I don't care. It's not hurting anyone. Only one time has anyone ever come up to me to talk about me filming, and in that instance, it was a dead gym. I was in a corner by myself, and this dude walked up, sat right behind me, meaning he's right behind the camera, started working out, and then came up to me and said, "Yo, like, can you not film me?" And I was like, "Bro, you walked over here. The gym is dead." But that's not important. So some things that I want to work on in regards of content next month is finding out my content style, and that means am I a fitness channel, am I a lifestyle channel, am I a little bit of both? So getting a handle on that, because I do like the gym and I do like posting on the gym, but I also like to golf. I like to go on hikes, and I'd love to like put that out there too. So definitely figuring out how to mesh that all together. Also finding an aesthetic. You know, I feel like the best channels have a aesthetic to them. It's not just if your channel doesn't have an aesthetic, it's just you talking to the camera, which I'm doing right now, but that's me figuring it out. And then next, obviously, is to drop more videos. I definitely got better at dropping consistently at the end of November, but at the beginning of November, I wasn't on shit. Last but not least, my goals for content this upcoming month is to reach 50 subs and then break 100 views. If I'm consistent and I find my way, I could definitely reach 50 subs and break 100 views. I almost broke 100 views last month, and then every video that I posted, I gained a sub. So I think if I just go hard on it, I can get that 50 subs and break that 100 views. To round off the recap, I'm just going to go over some things that the gym and content has taught me this month. The main thing I learned this month was how to hold myself accountable and when to hold myself accountable. When it comes to the gym, just being consistent, it made me very self aware of my good and bad habits, because to go to the gym consistently or to do anything consistently, right? There are things that are going to help you do that, and there are things that are not going to help you do that. In fact, it's going to make you not want to do that, right? So it made me self aware. Okay, I have these habits. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, right? Like maybe I shouldn't spend an hour on YouTube before I go to bed, because then I'm going to wake up feeling groggy and I won't want to go in the morning. And then that pushes my time back, right? Now I have to go later in the day, messes up the schedule, yada, yada, yada. And the gym also creates good habits that are very transferable to, any aspect in life, really, such as time management and discipline. Time management is a huge thing. I take about 2 hours every day, whether that's, going there, from back, whatever, 2.5 hours or whatever that I take out my day. I got to put it somewhere, right? So just fixing my day around the gym, or maybe fixing my day around school and work and then fitting in the gym. It's made some good time management skills as well as discipline. There are plenty of reasons why I wouldn't want to go to the gym. There are plenty of days where I didn't want to go to the gym. But I know if I want to achieve the results that I want, I have to go. So just provides discipline, provides goals, so that's a good thing. And in regards of content, it just holds me accountable to what I say. Like if I don't do what I say in my videos, then I'm telling the world that I'm a scrub. And piggybacking off of that, it also taught me to not say things too early. And I'm gonna give that AI side hustle as an example, okay? When I made that video, I was like, oh, well, when I found out about AI side hustle, whatever, I started it and I was like, oh, this is easy. Let me make a video about it. But in hindsight, that doing that has no transferable skills. Like me doing that will not help me in any aspect of life, right? So I stopped doing it. But I have a video about it, which I will delete. Um, but just if I'm gonna make a video on it, I should probably have maybe a little bit of results to go with it, instead of just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it," and then this happens where I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to do that." So just holding myself accountable for what I say. And then the last thing that I've learned this month is to live my life with progression. With the gym, there's always new goals and new milestones to crush and hit. But when it comes to content, I just learned this month that there are levels to this stuff. You see those people who are consistently getting 1 million views, 100K views, 50K views, even those people who are consistently hitting 10,000, 1,000 views. Like, there's so much work that goes into that, whether it just be they've been uploading consistently or they've been adding and improving to their videos. There's levels to it. So just to live life with progression and keep improving and keep going forward in whatever you're doing. To wrap it all up, I'm gonna give you some words of wisdom by yours truly. Let me read this so I don't mess it up. Results are the outcome of doing things. Do more things and you'll see more results. So for context, if I eat a healthy meal today, I'm sure I'll feel better than I did the previous day. But if I eat healthy for a month, I'll probably feel a lot better than I did the month previous, and maybe I'll feel better than the months prior to that. So stay consistent, and you'll see the results you've been looking for. And with that, I'm ending off the video. Catch me in the next one. I hope you guys had a great November, great Thanksgiving. And yeah,